So in previous class, we just understanding about that standard procurement to pay cycle. That way the purchasing process. Okay, so the basic process it is. But other than that, so it is not there is no rule like that. Everyone should follow this process. It depends on the client what they have the process they can follow. Okay, but these are the basic things which is like okay, if you planning to do any process, these are the basic steps they are following. But other than that, if they have the something different, having the different kind of the process, then they can follow that. So let's see some of the special process which is we call as a special stock procurements. Okay, so what are the special stock procurements we have? What are the special stock procurements we have? Okay, so the first process was okay, consignment process, vendor consignment process. So what do you mean by vendor consignment process? Anyone have the idea about that? Anyone have the idea about that vendor consignment process? So generally, okay. So generally, what will be happen if I have the company, okay, and there is a vendor, okay. So he is supplying the goods, correct, na? So whenever you are ordering the product, he is supplying the goods, correct, na? But in this case, what will be happen? Okay, the stock whenever it is required, he is supplying the goods generally in the above P2P cycle. When I required, I just creating the purchase order, then I will be receiving the goods. But in this case, what will happen? The vendor consignment stock. Okay, the vendor consignment stock. That means the stock is already lining with my location. That means vendor keeping the stock in the my premises. So, so why? Because every time if I want to write the PO and getting the GR and receiving the GR and processing all these things, it will be take the time. So instead of that, what they are doing, okay, they are mentioning that okay, so the stock it will be there in the my location. So what will be happening in this case? The stock it is there in the my location. So the ownership still it is the vendor stock only. Okay, but the stock which is in the our location. So if you see that if you go to any Waldorf or any metro stores, okay, there was a larger warehouse stocks will be available in that downstage. Okay, so what will be happen there? Okay, there it will be written like some stocks like a vendor consignment stock. That means it's not our company stock; it is a vendor stock. Okay, whenever it is required for my requirement, whenever it is required for any consumption, we just withdrawing the stock from that vendor consumption stock. Then we are utilizing that stock and we are paying the amount. Okay, so that means if suppose generally I'm planning to get the stock 1,000 pieces, 1,000 pieces, 1,000 pieces. Like every day, I need a requirement, or maybe 200 or 300. Like depends on the every day there is a requirement it is required. So instead of every requirement, if I'm creating the PO, okay, I'm just requesting to the vendor to keep the stock in the my premises. That means some lump sum stock like a large, like maybe I just put like 1 lakh product. Please keep the stock in my premises. So I have the space. You can use that space to put the stock in my location. Then when it is required, what I will do, out of this 1 lakh quantity, whenever it is required, I'll just withdraw the stock, whatever I require. Maybe today 1,000 pieces it is required. Then I will withdraw the 1,000 pieces. Tomorrow I need 1,000 pieces. Then I will be using that 10,000 pieces tomorrow. Okay, like I just using every day or every time whenever it is required. I'm just withdrawing the stock from the my vendor consumer stock. So it is avoiding the time. Moreover, it is very okay. It is very easy whenever there is a requirement. It is required we can get it the stock. It is available in the my location. Then, and moreover, it is like, it is very difficult if I bought the larger quantity. Means if I bought the 1 lakh quantity, paying the amount immediately to the vendor, that is too expensive for me. So what is the my deal? What is my agreement with the vendor? So whenever it is required, whenever I require the stock, okay, I just withdraw the stock, then I will be paying immediately. I will be pay amount immediately for only withdrawal stock. Whatever we withdraw the stock. That means if I just withdraw only 1,000 pieces, then that 1,000 pieces only I'll be pay the amount. Tomorrow if I'm just withdraw the 10,000, then tomorrow I will be pay for 10,000. Okay, day after tomorrow 20,000, then 20,000 I will pay. So like what is the my dealing is, it the stock it is available in the my location, but the ownership is not changed. When the ownership will change, when you are planning to withdraw the stock from that vendor consumption stock to my location or my consumption, then only it is a my own stock, then we are planning to pay that amount. Clear? But here what may happen, whenever it is required, I just creating the multiple purchase orders. But here it is only single purchase order, that is for 1 lakh. Then he is keeping the stock in the my premises. Then whenever it is required, I'm just withdraw the stock, I'm paying the amount. So here the point is, okay, the point is the stock what you are withdrawal, based on that you are paying the amount, not based on the GR. So what factors here it is there? What factors it is there? Stock, even stock available in the my location, but the ownership with vendor only. Okay, that is one. The second one is I'm not paying amount to vendor based on the GR quantity. Based on what we are paying based on the withdrawal quantity. Based on the withdrawal quantity, we are paying the amount.
So in that case, if I withdraw some quantity, for example, 10 pieces I have withdrawn, then I will inform the vendor that I have withdrawn 10 pieces and give me the invoice of the same.
Correct,
Or
exactly. So
okay,
it is a automatic payments. It will be happen. The system
okay,
itself it is generating the settlements to the vendor automatically based on your withdrawal quantity.
okay.
Okay, clear? So until you withdraw the stock, the ownership will be belongs to vendor only. After you withdraw the stock, it is the our own stock. You can do whatever it may be. Okay, so you can see if you go to big warehouses like Metro, or it may be with Waldorfs, or it may be Reliance stores. Okay, you can find that there is a separate stock they are stored in the stores. It is like a inventory where it is storing their location. Okay, there you can see that there is a separate area they are allotted for the vendors. Okay, so why it is required? Again, why question? Okay, sir, why I need to go with this process? Any idea? One is which we already discussed. This is too much expensive of the products.
Yes, and
Okay,
to avoid transport, I mean, we can save there in the
yeah,
transportation
by
cost.
yeah, one is transportation cost, one is
Then the product
expensive,
is, yeah, easily available, so we can use it.
easily available. Yes, correct. But again, if it is easily available for me, but vendor again, it is like how he is accepting, why they are accepting, why
For
they are
them also
accepting.
it is good because they need not to pay extra freight charges, and if material is in stock with the, I mean, with the purchase unit,
Okay, so which
they can
generally
use it
where,
immediately. And
what is the example? Can you give me one example? Any of the examples which you are might be seen in the outside?
let's say in any grocery shop, DMart,
No, grocery shops and DMarts. it is a very okay because different brands are there, different products are there. Again, it
Yes,
is a
so many
very less
vendors.
cost. Yeah, so many vendors are there, very less cost, right? So they will not allow to separately this.
Okay, I'll give the second
Uh,
example. If let's say for semiconductors or any critical part is there, which
mm,
we are supposed automotive part,
mm.
and which is a critical, and we are supposed to have that stock. I mean, we can, and the lead time of that particular item is high, and we cannot wait for that lead time. So we maintain that safety stock.
Okay, okay. So I'll just give you one more example. Home appliances, electrical goods.
Okay.
Okay, so if you see that, okay, if you go to any of the stores like Reliance, Digital, or it may be Bajaj Electronics, or any of the digital stores, if you go to, there are so many brands are there. If you suppose I have the Apple brand, okay, I have the Samsung brand, okay, and again I have that Sony brand. So like we have different brands are there. Each brand having that again multiple like products are there. If suppose Apple is there, Apple what it will be happen? iPhone is there, iPhone 6, okay, 14 is there, 14 Pro is there, then 14 Plus is there, then 13 is there, 13 Pro is there, 13 Plus is there, like multiple plans. So each product cost is more than 1 lakh, right? So if the my company, if they want to buy immediately with paying the amount immediately to the vendor, okay, and buying these products for the selling, that's very difficult to me because there are pu- lakhs of rupees if I'm spending for the small item. There are a number of items like lakhs of material which I'm selling in the my store, okay. So every time I need to spend more, right? So what it will happen here? Okay, just requested to the brands, please keep the stock in my godown, like maybe my store where it is there. Okay, so when there is a customer requirement is there, immediately I can deliver that goods. Then based on that you can start. I will be generating the bill and the warranty will be start, and immediately I'm paying to the amount to you. Like we can deal that because it's a electronic goods. Moreover, it is like a they must be have the deals because okay, some products what will be happen, it is too expensive. If I just go with some OLED TV, then it is more than 1 lakh, 1 lakh 30 or something. Okay, so but if I don't have the stock, then I just say that was okay. You order today, then I'll supply next week. Oh no, it is already 1 week delay. So now I will go for some other stores where is available, right? So even the customer also we are losing, and moreover the vendor also losing the, maybe he will be go with some other brand. Okay, if it is not available, then he will be go with other brand. Then obviously the vendor also losing that customers. So to avoid these all things, they can have the agreement like, okay, you can keep the stock in my premises whenever there is a new brand. Okay, we'll have the agreement. And okay, whenever there is a customer order is there, immediately I will sell that product, and based on that I can pay amount to you. Right? Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So basically, what is the meaning of the vendor consignment process is? Okay, it's a special stock procurement process. Okay, here what we are doing, we are requesting vendor to keep the stock in my premises. That means our company premises. Okay, whenever there is a requirement, it is there in my premises. Okay, I'm withdrawing the stock from the vendor consignment stock, then paying the amount for withdrawal stock. Okay, then only the ownership will be changed. Clear now? This is the one kind of the vendor consignment process. It's kind of the special stock process. Any questions here?
No.
Okay. So other people's, anyone have the doubts? Uh,
Nope, I'm
Okay.
good.
Okay. So let's go with the second process, third party procurement process. I hope this one everyone knows about it. Third party procurement process. What is a third party procurement process? Most of the on-site websites, maybe online procurements, all it will be happen based on the third party only. Okay, I'll just give you example Amazon, or I will give you just Flipkart. Okay, like example. So, what is the third party procurement? Okay, so third party procurement is also one kind of the special stock procurement process. What we are doing here, instead of we are supplying the goods to the customer, okay, what we are doing here, we are requesting supplier to send the goods to the customer. Okay, so that means here we are also talking about the customer. We are talking about the customer as well here. Generally, we are talking about supplier, right? In this case, we are also talking about the our we are talking about the customer. So what is that actually? So the customer is okay. This is the customer and this is the vendor. This is the vendor and this is the my company. Okay, company. Okay. Now, generally, who will get the orders from customer? Who will get the orders from customer?
Vendor.
Vendor will get orders from the my company, but
Yes.
for us, for a company or for our company, who will raise the orders? We are selling, right? We are selling to the customers, right?
Yes.
Okay, and we are ordering to the vendors, right? Correct.
Yes.
Okay, so generally what will be happen, the when I got the customer order, that means when my company received the customer order, based on the customer order, I'm just preparing the stock and I'm supplying to the customer. So the supplying also it will be happen from my location only. Correct. So
Hmm.
generally my company has to tell. But in this case, what will happen? Okay, generally what will happen, once I get the order, if I don't have the stock, then I will be buy from the vendor, then I will be supplying the same goods to the customer. Correct na? Is it correct or wrong? If I don't have the stock, suppose I'm doing the trading goods, trading process.
Ravindra, can we write, for
If it is
example,
trading,
Amazon customer and the company?
yeah, I will write. Yeah. So trading process is there. What is the meaning of trading?
Trading means taking from other vendor and selling it to other customer.
Correct, right? So now if suppose this is a Samsung is there, okay, let's say Samsung. Okay, now this is the some customer ABC. Okay, then company is Amazon,
And end user, right? Customer means end user.
not end user. Okay, end person who is receiving the goods.
Yes, end
Okay,
user.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, end person. Okay, now so Amazon is receiving the orders from the customers, multiple
Yes.
orders. Okay, you order some. Let's say you order something like Samsung TV. Okay, Samsung TV, which is like 50 inches or 42 inches, something 21 inches or something, which is like you order something. Okay. Okay. Now the Amazon is taken order. Generally, what will happen? Okay, Amazon have to supply. Amazon has to supply the goods once he received. Correct now. So
Yes.
one said, and the goods he will be ordering to the Samsung. Samsung will be sending the goods to the Amazon. Amazon will send to the customer. Correct now. This is the
So
process
basically,
actually.
Amazon is a trader.
Amazon is a trader. Correct. So
Yes.
in this third party procurement, what will be happen? To avoid this long transport process and the delivery process, what I'm doing, I'm requesting vendor to keep sending the goods directly to the customer.
Right.
Okay, so that means I'm even Amazon is receiving the orders, but Amazon is not supplying the goods to the customer. Okay, some third party vendor is supplying the goods to the customer. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so third party procurement process is nothing but like a, okay, I'm requesting to my supplier send the goods to directly to the customer, instead of you are sending to me and again I'm repacking, I'm sending to the customer, again I'm sending to the customer. That is a long process. Instead of that, okay, if you are send, if the I requested the vendor to send the goods to directly to the customer, then I can avoid the time, I can avoid the transportation cost, I can avoid the customer like delay, right? Delay in the product, repacking and other charges we can do. we can avoid. Correct, no?
Yes.
That is what Amazon is following now. That's why they are able to supply the goods within a 1 day delivery, 2 days delivery, how it is happening. They are informing to the nearest your locators, near whoever they are in the supplier, nearest your locator. They are informing, then they are immediately supplying the goods on the same day, or it may be next day. Okay, clear now?
Yes.
So this is the third party procurement
Third
process.
party procurement.
Okay, so instead of I'm supplying the goods, I'm requesting to the supplier. So I'll just write that. Okay, so in third party procurement process, I am requesting. That means I means company. My company is requesting. Okay, company requesting to supplier to send the goods directly to customer. Okay, this is the what logic. Okay, so then you can ask, sir, where is my profit then? Okay, Amazon is order. So who got order and who will get the payments? Amazon will get the payments, right? Order you are getting here and payment also you are receiving here only. So if suppose it is like 20,000 rupees of the good, maybe I just paying to the 119,000 rupees to the vendor. So the remaining 1,000 rupees is my profit. Clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So this was the third party process. So third party procurement process is nothing but like a instead of I'm supplying the goods to the my customer, okay, I'm requesting to the vendor to supply the goods to the customer. So it's kind of that you can understand that it's kind of the SD and MM integration. Why SD and MM integration it is? SD is nothing but like a sales and distribution. So here we are also considering the customer and the delivery the goods which is happening from the vendor to directly to customer, that I am requesting from the my procurement side. So it is a SD and MM integration. Clear? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Then let's go with the next process. Any questions in the top? It is like vendor consumption process and third party procurement process.
No.
Oh, okay. So can I go ahead for next one?
Yes.
Okay. The next process was subcontracting process. I think this was everyone knows about it. Okay, we can also call it as a job work. Okay. So what do you remember subcontracting process? Subcontractor. Might be you had a word about that subcontractor. Contractor, subcontractor. Okay. So subcontracting process is nothing but like a generally production where it will be happen. General production where it will be happen in my company, right? It is generally happen. So if I have the one company, in this company, if I have the production department, they will be producing the products, right? But my case is it's different. It's different. My case is I have the raw materials. I have the raw material and I have the packing materials. Okay. Then I have that perishables or maybe ingredients and semi-finished goods. All I have, but I don't have the manpower or machinery to produce the final product. Okay. So in that case, who so I have the all the thing, but my final product is different. I cannot go directly raw materials, right? Because my requirement is FG, finished goods, final product. But I have only raw materials. So I have the components. Then who will be producing that product? If I don't have the production, then who will be producing this product?
Contract.
Subcontractor. So subcontractor is nothing but like I'm requesting that nearest who producer. Okay, that means some maybe in the nearest to your home or nearest to your company. Okay, if anyone who is producing the products, the same product, okay, I can request them. Can you produce that? But you can ask me that what is the difference in this case, normal vendor and subcontractor?
Normal vendor will give you finished product, but subcontracting, we are getting the, a part of that product.
No, even so, I requested final product only. Let's say even vendor also final product only. Even subcontractor also final product. What then? What is the difference?
Because customer is giving a PO um, to the main contractor, not the um,
No. It is we got only order. So leave it about the customer here. We don't talking about the customer. Customer is done here. Third party is done. Okay, here only we are talking about the customer. Leave it
mm,
about that. But subcontracting process is something which we have discussed. At initial where it started actually. When I just started to subcontracting process, where I just started. Why I'm just going for the subcontractor.
because you don't have that particular machinery to product the finished product.
Okay, so what we have?
We have raw material and we have
Question that is the same question. So I
yeah,
have the components, right? I have
yeah,
the components, but
yes,
generally normal vendor, the components also he is taking care. But here it's my own components,
yes.
right? So the component one, component two, all like raw material one, raw material two, raw material three, all it is my own goods. Okay, so I'm requesting subcontractor to produce the FG final product or any product might be. It is a semi-finished goods or finished goods, any product that they are using my component. He cannot use their own component. It is my own component they are using and they are producing the final product. Okay, if he is using his own products and he is preparing the FG, then it is a normal vendor. It is normal vendor because he it's a their ownership because it's a vendor own stock, so that is a vendor stock. But here it's my own stock. The components are my own stock, so I'm requesting to do some service kind of the things like job work to produce the final product. Clear?
Yes.
So example, any you can take any in your home only. In your home, you can search some example where you are going nearest job worker to produce the final product.
Even in TV unit, the screen is produced by.
Oh, sorry.
I thought in TV, normally that screen is produced by single vendor and
No, but the screen you are not producing, right? You don't
no,
have that stuff, right?
no, because we don't provide raw material.
Okay. So let's give the example. Okay.
Yeah,
Chilies.
I'll give the example.
Give,
We are
give me.
providing the atta wala, that flour
Yeah.
mill is the
Clarity. So the
contractor,
correct.
because we
Mm.
are giving grain to them and they are giving us flour. So it is
Yes, yes, exactly. Flour mills, exactly. In our home, flour mills. So if you have the red chilies are there, they will be making the red chili powder. If you have turmeric, then they will be making the turmeric powder. Okay. So like if you have the atta, like okay, so they will do the powder like that. So it's kind of the job work. Okay. So you can see that nearest your job workers, they are producing like that. Okay. So that is the subcontracting process. So subcontracting process is the components are my own components. That means raw materials, packing material, whatever the products you are using, those are the my components. Okay. So I have the components, but I don't have the machinery and manpower to produce that. So I'm requesting to the nearest job worker to produce the product by using my components. Okay, so why we should use given my own product, maybe my components are very good quality. Okay, if I go to outside, maybe the quality was not good. Instead of they are mixing something and they are preparing the final product, but it is a something which I want to produce. I want to use my own product which is a good quality, so they don't want to mix anything. Okay, so what we are giving the components, using that component they are preparing the final product. Okay, clear?
yes.
Okay, and you can also like dress materials also maybe. shirts and sometimes we are going nearest to trailers and we are requesting to right. So in that case, maybe the material with me, that my own component, and they
Yes,
are
if finished good what we create, no. So we there are some testing units
uh-huh,
which is owned by a government sometimes, or which is controlled by uh, some government authorities.
uh-huh,
So they are subcontractor to us,
uh-huh.
because we send our testing material. I mean, we send our product to test there.
Huh. In that case, that is called as a regressive. Regressive is nothing but like the same product will go and it will come back.
Yes.
Okay, that is
Yes.
we call the regressive. Okay, if it is the components are different, component one and component two, and that was the we using and we are preparing the final product. That like we are parent component we are preparing. Okay, that is the different. Okay, so both it will be like subcontracting process only. Okay, so in this case we are using recursive bombs, recursive combination, and here you are using different combinations. Okay, clear.
Yes. Yes.
So so subcontracting process is a special stock procurement process where I have the component. That means I have child component. Okay, so I requesting to subcontractor to produce the final product, that is the parent component, by using the my child component. Produce the parent component or parent product using my child component, my own child. Okay, so here the ownership is my ownership. It is the child components are my ownership. So we are just paying for the what he doing the job, not for the product cost, right? But in the above, if you see that here we are paying actual price cost of the material. It includes the labor cost and product cost, component cost, all these things. But in this case, it is only the what charges they are charging to produce that product. It includes the labor cost maybe, right? So that will be there. But child components the cost will not be included here. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the one kind of the process. So why we are telling this all special stock procurement? So it's kind of the process. Also, it is there in the outside. Okay, so someone is doing this kind of the process because okay, I have the component one and a component two, but I cannot sell to the customer directly component one and component two. But I don't have the machinery, or maybe my machinery was damaged or it is not working properly. I'm going to the outside for preparing that, producing that, right? Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the call subcontracting process. Any questions on subcontracting process? Any questions on subcontracting process?
Not from my side.
No, I'm good.
Okay. Okay. So other people's, anyone have the questions? Subcontracting process? Shiva, Shiva is there? Yes, your names are not there. Okay. Okay. So then let's go with the next process. What kind of a process is pipeline procurement? So what is the pipeline procurement? Anyone have idea about that pipeline procurement?
One by one.
One by one, huh?
I
No.
mean,
Means what do you mean?
once I get that product, then next product, continuous flow.
Okay. Continuous flow is good, but what is the one by one product? I didn't understand about that. Continuous flow. Okay. See, what will be happen here? Okay. So I'll just tell you here. So what will be happen here? There is a continuous flow from the vendor location to my location. There is a pipes connected. Okay. So here it's not possible. So here what will be happen? The goods it is not to carrying from the one location to other location. It is continuously flowing through pipes. If suppose it is a gas, it is like gas pipelines are there. So gas it is flowing from the gas industry to my location. Okay, like water it is there. Water it is flowing from the tanker to my location. Okay, so this kind of the products, how it will be happen, it will be continuously flowing from the my vendor location to my location. Okay, maybe oil you can take, and liquid, any liquid, or it may be, okay, so this kind of the products you can take from the pipelines. Okay, so what will be happen, it is continuously flowing the product through pipeline whenever it is required. Okay, I can withdraw the stock using the tap or something. Okay, then I can pay that. Okay, I just use today 100 liters or 20 liters, 30 liters of oil I just consumed today, so I'll be paying for that 20 liters. So how it is again, how they're calculating the readings again, it's again they have the meters, right? They have, so how it is there in your home, like for gas pipelines, how it is they're calculating the price and all. It is same here also. They will be using the some meter, and they will be calculating that how it is consumed, how much it is consumed.
Will electricity come under pipeline procurement?
We can do that as well.
Yeah, it's a continuous
That's continuous
flow.
flow. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever it may be. So wherever you're paying that you can do. Okay. Again, for the electricals, again we have the meters, right? That the readings and all, it will be there. So same, whatever it is flowing from the other location to my location with flow. So here we don't need any transportation. One thing, okay, we don't need any purchase order, because we are not ordering anything, right? It is continuously flowing. So they are giving connection to your location. Whenever you require, you just withdraw. That's all. Okay, clear?
Is that similar to vendor consignment process?
Correct. But vendor consignment process is the kind of the stock is available in your location, but here it is not available in your location. It is continuous flowing. The pipe is connected to you, but I cannot say that how much quantity it is there with you.
Yes.
But in the vendor consignment stock, I can say
Yeah, the
there
quantity
is
is
a stock,
defined.
the quantity how much is there, quantity
Yes,
which
it
is
is defined.
defined. Correct, no? But
Yes.
both are the special procurement process, and both are that it is a automatic settlements only. Okay, so here also we are doing automatic settlement. Okay, and here also we are doing automatic settlement. Did you uh, did you understand what is the automatic settlement? Why we are doing automatic settlement?
Yes,
Why? Why we are doing automatic settlement?
because every time we are not providing POs and that process is eliminating.
Yeah. So every time we are not requesting invoice, because vendor don't know how much you are consumed, right? How much you consumed, and again he is raising the invoice. That is difficult, right? So what we connected here, how much you withdraw the stock, how much you withdraw the stock, based on that you are paying the amount. The same here, how much you withdraw the stock, based on the reading, you can paying the amount. Clear?
Yes.
So this is the one process, pipeline procurement process. Any questions here? So what you mean by pipeline procurement? Pipeline procurement is the special stock procurement process that the stock which is connected, the pipelines which is connected from the vendor location to my location, it flows the continuous stock, the continuous the material, either it may be gas or water, it may be electric power, whatever it may be, it's continuously flowing. Whenever you are utilizing that based on the readings and everything, that system will be calculating the, and will be paying the automatic settlements. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay, and if you observe that the automatic in the consignment vendor vendor consignment process, you have the PO. At initial PO you are asking that to keep the stock in my premises. So 1 lakh quantity you are ordering. So here
It is
there is
called
a PO.
open PO. It is
There is
called
a,
open.
yeah, so there is a PO, it is there. Okay, but here we don't have any PO, because I am not requesting, he is already connected, that pipes are already connected. Okay, okay, there is no PO here. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay, so this is the one kind of the process. Okay, then the next one is service procurement. What is the meaning of service procurement?
I See, I feel, whatever services we are taking from vendor is a service procurement, and instead of goods, we are taking services.
Yeah. So these are not materials. These are not materials.
Yeah.
Okay. These are the services. Okay. Like installation. Okay. Cleaning. Okay. Like okay. So firing. Anything it may be. Okay. It's like a work. It's kind of a work. Okay. It's not like a material. Okay. So those are the called as a service procurement. So in this case, instead of from material number, we are going with the description of the service, and we are paying. We are taking that. We are we are taking that what task they are completed. Maybe if I just given the 10 tasks, maybe okay, what is the 10 task? It is like one task is like OS installation. Okay, the second task is like Microsoft Word installation. Okay, Microsoft 365 installation. Then I say that antivirus installation. Okay, then I say that drivers needs to be installation. Like all it is like different tasks that you are entering the as a service. Then where it is completed, okay, that we just processing for the payments. Hana? So here what we are doing, we are maintaining the service entry sheet. Okay, so service entry sheet is nothing but like a what kind of the activities is performing and what kind of the activities which is completed. If I just said suppose I have the 100 monitors or 100 laptop, for each laptop how many OS installation is completed, how many Microsoft 365 are installed, all these things you can maintain in the service entry sheet, then you can proceed for the payments. Okay. So in the above, if you see that we don't have any entry sheet here. Okay, all we are receiving the goods and keeping the stock. But here there is no stock here. We are talking about. So we are talking about only the service. That service we are counted as a task activity. Okay, task or activity you can say like that. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Okay. So any questions on the service procurement? So how many process we have as of now? What are the process we discussed as of now?
5 processes total.
Mhm,
One is vendor consignment,
mhm,
third party procurement,
mhm,
pipeline procurement,
mhm,
service entry sheet,
mhm. Service
and
procurement. Service
service procurement, and subcontracting.
subcontract. So what is the meaning of the subcontracting?
Subcontracting means we are providing the raw materials and we are getting our product from the subcontractor.
Okay,
Material
so
will
we
be
are
from our side.
yeah, so we are requesting to subcontractor to produce the final product by using my components. Okay,
Yes.
so they are producing the product. Okay, by using my components. It's clearly mentioned that it's my own component product. They have to use. Okay,
Yes.
then what is the vendor consignment process?
Vendor consignment process is vendor is keeping his stock with us, and whenever we required, we can take out the material and uh, we can pay them automatic process.
So what you're paying here?
Whatever product is consumed, we are paying for that consumed product only.
Okay, yeah. So you just clearly mentioned that I'm paying the amount with the withdrawal stock only. Again,
Yeah, withdraw stock.
okay. So here, one clear picture is in case the vendor consignment, suppose vendor is saying that, boss, I cannot wait for long time. Suppose it is already 20 days, already 10 days, or it may be already 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. Okay, vendor is saying that I cannot wait for long time. Okay, can you please proceed whether you want to be written back or you want to be convert to your own because they cannot wait, right? Because there is too high demand in the outside. Okay, so there are companies will not wait for the long time, right? So either as per the agreement, maybe it is 1 month, 2 months they can wait, or 1 year they can wait. But later they are saying that okay, you must be returned back, okay, or you must be take it as your own stock. So in that case, what you can do, you can transfer the stock. Okay, so what will be happen? Transfer the stock means what is the meaning of the transfer stock?
Because liability is not with us, the of that material we can transfer when we can send back to the vendor.
Yeah, one kind of the process is you can transfer the stock to own stock.
Yeah,
Okay,
own stock or to the
that
vendor.
means this vendor consumer stock, it is convert to my own stock. Okay, that is we can do. Other than that, we can do vendor returns. Okay, vendor return. Maybe the already the version was it's completed and it is older version and we don't want to be continue that stock. We can vendor returns. Okay. Again, it's interest with vendor and our company how they are following like. So here you can also observe that there is a vendor returns with from the vendor consumer stock and transfer posting also it is there. Okay. So when you are talking about the consumer process, there will be like one process is goods issue. Okay, one process is goods issue. Okay, that is for the consumption. Okay, then the other process for the transfer posting, which is the own stock conversion, or maybe you can do vendor returns. Okay, clear?
Yes.
And come, so this is the for vendor consumer. Coming to third party procurement process, it is straightforward. It is like you are paying and you are supplying. Okay, then coming to the subcontracting process. Subcontracting process, what kind of a process you can also get here? I just talked that only components and we receiving the components. We are receiving the final product. But other than that, what else it is there? What kind of the process? Extra consumption. Okay, extra product requirement, extra component requirement it is there. That means if suppose my client is saying that my vendor is saying that it is required 100 pieces and 200 pieces, but based on the quality of the product, okay, FG product I'm just expecting that 10 kgs. Okay, so for this I need like 1 kg of this one and 20 kgs of this one. This is my expectation actually. FG product was 10 kg and the component 1 is 1 kg, component 2 is a 20 kg. Now final product is 10 kg. So this is actually my calculation. But once I just send this goods 1 kg and 20 kg, when he is preparing that, okay, he's saying that no 10 kgs if you want to be produced, then you must be send the 22 kgs. That means additionally 2 kgs he is requesting because the quality.
Wastage or it might be a wastage also.
Yeah. So I will
Because
tell
of,
you. Yeah, wastage also. So this what will happen this 2 kg maybe the quality of products or maybe the maybe that was not good. Comparing to that, actual my calculation was 1 kg plus 20 kg, but additionally he is asking 2 kg. Okay, that is the extra component requirement, or maybe sometimes what will happen we are sending the 20 kgs. He said that okay, after we consume that it is only we consumed only 18 kgs, so remaining 2 kgs I'm sending back to you. Okay, so 2 kg shortage, 2 kg excess, whatever it may be, that also one is a requirement that we can do. And other than this one, actually I requested FG product, but I also got the extra product. Okay, if I got the extra product, so they said that vendor is saying that okay, you got this product, please take it up. I don't want to. So it might be scrap or it may be non-scrap, whatever it may be. It is a product. They're saying that okay, this is also one product. It is produced. Take it up. I don't. So that extra product. So that extra product, what we are getting, we call as byproduct. So can you give me an example? Did you everyone knows anyone knows about the sugar factory?
yes,
Okay, so what is the component here?
sugar.
Sugar, sugar, sugar. For producing the sugar, what is the component? Your voice is breaking.
Sugar cane?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sugar
sugar
cane.
cane.
Sugar
Sugar
cane.
cane, right? Yeah. So if suppose I have sent 10,000 kgs of 1,000 to maybe tons of the sugar cane, then I got some 100 kgs of sugar. Okay. Then additionally Additionally, I'm getting one more product which is molasses, that wastage product which is getting. Okay, that molasses product is called as a byproduct. That means actually I requested only sugar, but I also getting the extra product, that is the non-order product, that is the molasses item. So that is a byproduct item. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe you can see oil also. If you send something like uh, maybe groundnuts and all, they will get some scrap item also. So sometimes what will happen? These are also very expensive product. Molasses also expensive product. They are using for the some other chemical process, and they are using for animals feed. Okay, so there are so many things which is like they are using for the animal feeds, right? So those are also very expensive products. Okay, so that's very important. If you can see the ghee production, if you see that ghee production, anyone knows about the ghee production?
Yes.
So there also will get
You
some,
get a buttermilk
not
as a
buttermilk,
byproduct. Byproduct.
buttermilk. Huh?
Yeah.
Okay, if you remove that, okay. If I'm
Yep.
directly using the butter,
Mm.
already removed buttermilk, I'm using only butter now. So to make the cream, so to make the ghee. So then we'll get some black color product. That,
Residual.
yeah. So that is they are using for the animal feeds and all. Okay. So there are so many things like we'll get byproducts. Okay. Everywhere they will get the byproducts. Generally we calling as Godavari or something. Okay. Different names are there in the different language.
Yes.
That is the extra product. Okay. So that extra product we are using for the some other purpose. So those are the very expensive products. Okay. So that cases we are also mentioning in the PO, we are expecting to get this byproduct.
One good example of byproduct is honey. So we
Uh,
are getting honey and we are getting wax also. And that wax is very expensive too.
okay.
And it is a byproduct.
Yes, correct. So those are all called byproducts. Okay, that is one word. So it's kind of the subcontracting process. Inside the subcontracting process, again, additional requirements. These are all okay. Additional steps. Okay. So any questions still?
No.
Okay. So the next process was stock transport order. Stock transport order. Okay. So here, if you observe that all it's my requirement is finally to get the stock only, right? So if you see that, yeah, all these requirements are to fulfill the my customer's requirement, or to fulfill the my requirement. Okay. So for all these kind of things, I'm just proceeding this all procurement process. So now stock transport order. So stock transport order is nothing but like a, if I have the multiple branches. Okay, if I have the multiple branches, so if I don't have the stock, maybe I have the shortage in the stock, maybe other plants have the stock. Okay, I can request them to supply that goods from their branch to my branch. है ना?
So
Because
within a organization, store different store locations or
not
supplying stock to different plant.
different plants, correct. So what will be happen? My process was like manufacturing plant and depot plant. So what will be having here? It is a branch. Okay, it is a one kind of a branch. Only store. It is like okay, cold storage or something which is there, and this is only for manufacturing. Okay, so what will be happen here? When there is a manufacturing happening, they will be get the stock from this branch. So the goods will be supplied from the one branch to other branch. Okay, clear? And once the final product which is produced, then I'm just sending to this product to my branch to storage purpose. Huh? So it is like a branch to branch transfer. It might be in the single company code or it may be in the multiple company codes also, right? So if suppose my company have the my companies have the different company codes. What is the meaning of company code?
Different branches or different units.
That we call it a plan. Okay,
Okay.
but company code is the high level. which is the finance level. Okay, so company code is nothing but like it is an entity. It is an entity. Okay, what do you mean by entity? Legal entity, which we have to. So when you are starting your business, depends on your business process. Okay, your legal entity was registered in the has a company. That company is the saying that okay, you are planning to do the kind of the uh, service kind of the process, or your company is the doing that. It's kind of the diary process. Okay, or it may be your company is saying that okay, it's kind of the some uh, grocery related. So like you have, it's kind of the different processes. Okay, so I cannot club the service to the grocery and the grocery to society and society to education. Like I cannot add these all things, right? So it's a different kind of the business process. So as per the government rules, if this is a different kind of the business process, they must be go with a different company code. So how it is like? Suppose Reliance is there. So Reliance Fresh it is there, and the Reliance Communication is there. Okay. So if you see that communication is completely different kind of the process business, and the Fresh Reliance Fresh is a different kind of the business. They cannot merge and they cannot say it is a Reliance company. So whenever they are submitting that profits and the loss accounts and income tax and settlements, all these things, it will be happen at each company code level, not around at the global level. That means they cannot club both together and they cannot submit like that. Because why I'm saying that, if suppose communication it is there, they can give some kind of the 10% tax. Okay, and if it is a Reliance Fresh, then it will be like they're saying that okay, 2% of this one tax, because Reliance Fresh is the vegetables and groceries and all. It is the regular items for the people. So government is giving subsidy like 2% tax is enough. And if it is Reliance Communication, it is kind of the communication which is telegram, or it may be it is communication channels and all. Okay, so it's not regular item, so it is not like your lifestyle, right? It's kind of different thing. So then it will be like a extra charge. If it is alcohol, suppose I have, maybe if I have the alcohol product is there, so that is the chemical. It is kind of the damaging the health and all. So they're saying that you have to pay 40% of tax, right? So like different businesses have the different entities. So when you're registering that, it is a separate company code. Okay, clear?
Yes.
Yeah, but I have one question, actually based on that company code and
Okay.
entity. So, do we have to follow any basically the special requirement for that one, or how that one goes? Do you have any idea about that one? Like a special requirement for like audit purpose or something? Is a
They have
special
to be
kind of
follow
requirements?
again. That is one thing is okay. Every company have their own auditing process. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
there is external auditing procedure, internal auditing procedure. So again, this auditing is you need to be talk about that whether you're talking as a SAP application, or whether you're talking about a business process level, or whether you're talking at a financial accounting level. There's multiple auditings are there. Our quality auditing it is there. Okay, there are so many auditings are there. So which auditing you're talking about?
I'm talking about the government rules.
Government rules again, it's company, right? So we are not, it's like a finance level, auditing level, right? So that means they have to be maintain the books, and they have to be maintain inventory books separately. They have to maintain that general ledger postings separately, and they have to be posting, they have to be maintain the services separately. All these books they have to be maintained, right? So it's completely related to domain. It is not related to software.
Oh,
Okay,
it's based. Yeah, yeah, that's based on the domain. You're right.
domain, yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
so here, why I'm just telling that different company codes, okay? Because when you are, if it is the same company code, that means if it is within the Reliance Fresh, they have the different branches like Mumbai and Pune and Hyderabad, Bangalore, like if it is a bit,
Ravindra, sorry to interrupt.
yeah.
I think entity is where we are. I mean, the expenses level we are measuring. So particular expenses for this entity, so like that. Entity will be divided not only based on the government rules or taxation, but
anything. No,
anything.
here
It
we are
could be
talking.
anything.
Anything.
Yeah,
Anything. So here I'm talking about the company code that
yeah.
contains the n number of things. Okay. So
Yes.
n number of activities. So we are not talking about finance level and all. We just
Yeah.
differentiated the business to business. We just saying that we have the multiple company codes in our organization. Each
Yeah.
company, one company code to other company code, it's completely different. The inventory and the stock valuation, everything it will be different. Okay, so here we are talking about inventory, right? So inventory valuation will be different for one company code to another company code. Okay, I'm talking about the inventory valuation. Okay, so I cannot say that boss, this is my own company, I'm just supplying my goods to my own company, why I need to pay taxes and all. You cannot say like that because it's a completely different business process. Okay, clear? Hello, is it audible?
Yeah.
Okay. So why I'm just saying, because they miscommunicate that. Suppose, if suppose I bought for the alcohol company code the goods, I say that no, these goods I bought for the some education purpose. Maybe I have the education. Okay, so education society I have that education society I'm using for the some. So why? Because they will give some subsidy, right? 10%, 20% subsidy when you're purchasing the goods for the education, right? When you purchasing for the some other alcohol production, that maybe it's too expensive, right? So company to company code to company code, when you are purchasing, the goods cost will be different. Where you will get the
Yes.
subsidy for some companies, right? So they can misuse that. So that's why it is just separate company code, and this is the separate company code. This is separate company code. This is separate company code. Okay. Now when I'm just transferring to plan transfer. Okay. There was some disturbance. It is there. I'm just mute that. Okay. Okay, so when I'm just talking about a plan to plan transfer, why I just communicating this all, because I'm just discussing why, because so when we are doing to plan transfer, so it must be checked that whether it is within the same company code, okay, or it is between the two company code, between the two company code. Okay, so if it is between the two company codes, what is happening, and if it is within the same company code, what will be happening? So did you understand that within the same company or between the two company codes?
Yes.
So okay, so within the Reliance Fresh, if it is Mumbai to Bangalore or Mumbai to Hyderabad or something, maybe okay, New Jersey to okay, some other locations like okay. So in that case, what will be happen? It is within the same company code. So I can say to government boss, I just can I go on mute? There was some just mute and mute. Okay. Yeah. So within the same company code, okay, what government is saying that okay, I can say to government or sales people or who are maybe the tax people, I'm just saying that boss, this is just transfer to my branch. So I'm not selling to anyone. I'm not okay selling to the this product to any any other company codes or any other vendors, any other customers. Okay, so it's just like a just transfer. So in this case, I don't need to pay any tax. Pay any tax. Okay, so why we don't need to pay the tax? Because it is just a transfer. Okay, because it is not a sales, right? So we don't need to pay sales tax and okay, profit tax and all, right? If it is a between the two company code, okay, between the two company code means if it is a Reliance Fresh to Reliance Communication, okay, then these are the two different entities and two different legal entities and different company code. You must be, it is like, even if you're just transferring, you're saying that it's my own branch, it is my own company. No, it's a separate legal entity. You are doing that, it's a kind of the business only. So you are selling the goods and they are, okay, you are selling the goods, then they are purchasing the goods. So here the concept like you need to be paid a extra amount to the what it is transferring. Okay, the tax and everything you have to pay. Okay, so when there is a stock transfer order, we have the two processes are there, intra STO and inter STO. Okay, so what is the intra STO? It is the within the same company code. And what is the inter STO? It is between two company codes. Clear? Again, here also we are doing plant to plant, and here also we are doing plant to plant, but across the two company codes that is within the same company code. Clear? Any questions here? This is the stock transfer order. So why we are doing the stock transfer order? Because I have the requirement, maybe the other branches have the stock. I just requesting to transfer the stock from their branch to my branch. Clear? Na? Any questions here?
No.
Okay. Okay. So then we'll stop today class. Okay. So these are the special stock process. We'll discuss tomorrow some kind of the different other process as well. Okay. Then mostly might be we'll start in SAP maybe on 14th. Okay. From 14th we'll start in SAP application. So let's get the SAP application.
Ravindra,
Yeah.
actually, we have planned something. I mean, I will not be available on 14th, 15th, and 16th. We'll be out of station.
14, 15, 16. Huh?
Yes.
Okay. Then maybe we'll cover these 2 days. Okay. Then maybe
Yeah.
and for others Monday anyone have the planning?
No, I'm good with that.
Okay, so then we'll start. You just get the SAP application. Okay, just get
Yes.
the SAP application, user IDs and password and
Yeah.
installation everything ready with that. Okay,
Okay.
so mostly these 2 days will theoretical part which will be completed. Then we'll start into SAP application.
Okay.
And where we can get that one SAP application?
You just talk to Sentinel.
We can.
Senthil? Okay.
Yeah, just talk to Sentinel. Okay, others who might be, you can talk to me. Okay, so okay, and Nita and Saila, you can just discuss with Sentinel. He will provide that or
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay then. Okay then. Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.